hour of great real estate information provided by great guests each week. My name is Steve Levine. I'm the publisher of Real Estate Executive Magazine and your host for today and every broadcast show. We're so pleased you chose to join us once again today. Great information from great guests, and great guests usually come from the cover of my magazine as a realtor or from the pages of the magazine as people we've profiled. And we're glad you're back with us. If you have a question for any of our guests, you can go to info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. That's info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com, and we will take your questions. We talk about whether you want buying a home, selling a home, financing a home, remodeling a home, or sometimes even careers in real estate. We're your source for great information every single week. All previous shows are archived on HoustonRealEstateToday.com as YouTube videos. If you missed any of our previous broadcasts, you can go there with just a click of the mouse and see all of our shows on the internet. I have a great guest today. I'm very excited about this particular show. We have our show sponsor. Renee Salvatierra, our mortgage expert with Urban Financial, president of Urban Financial, and Renee got his start in private banking. We have River Oaks Bank, and knew has to be a better and easier way to help people qualify for a loan. He opened his mortgage business, Urban Financial, in 2002 with just 3 employees, and now he has over 35 licensed and knowledgeable experts in mortgages, and Urban Financial can help you get a loan and close same day. Good to have it back with you.
Thanks, Steve. It's good to be here. Always a pleasure.
It's always good to have you in my left seat, and I at your right. My real estate superstar this week is Mr. Tim Soyka. Tim is with the Tim Sell team at Keller Williams at Houston West, and he has been on the cover of our magazine, Real Estate Executive, September of this past year. The team is he and his lovely wife Lori. He always says that he married well, she didn't. And his sister-in-law Denise and a few other people, and his daughter Abby designed his logo. We have to get that on the air. And Tim specializes in working with home sellers, home buyers, investors, and luxury homeowners. So we're going to talk more about him with that market later on. Pleasure to have you on the show, Tim.
Thank you very much for having us.
Great. Well, I want to turn to Renee, my mortgage expert, my good friend, about what's happened in the mortgage business. I think you and I read the same article in the Wall Street Journal.
Correct.
Because it was laying on the Starbucks table. That's why we read it. So it was left over, so we just happened to be open to that page. No, we both do our due diligence for the show. And President Bush seems to have a plan for...
He does.
For stopping the bleeding of so many homes being foreclosed on across the country. And I don't know if it's too little too late, or if it's too hard to qualify, too many parameters, or are we putting a Band-Aid over a patient that's hemorrhaging pretty badly? Your take on that.
Well, I think it's a positive step forward to definitely what is a crisis. I mean, we're expecting another $1.4 million this quarter in foreclosures. But we're going to jump right in and go right over the basics. I mean, what are the basics of the plan? And this is what President Bush is kind of proposing. For example, the first one is to qualify for assistance from your lender, you will have to hold a subprime adjustable rate mortgage or ARM that has an initial fixed rate period of 3 years or fewer. So that pretty much excludes any 5/1 ARMs, which basically just kind of narrows it down to 2-year fixed and 3-year fixed ARMs. And basically what that means, it's any ARM that carries a fixed rate for the first 2 or 3 years and then resets at higher level afterwards. That's one of the items. The second item is your loan must have originated between January 1st of 05 and July 31st of 07. More importantly, your initial reset must be between January 1st of 08 and July 31st of 2010. So this leaves out hundreds of thousands of homeowners who have already faced the rate reset this year, including those who took out the 228 loan in 2005. Also, one more important item. If you're already behind on your loan, you won't be eligible for any of the fast solutions outside of the plan. You'll be disqualified if your home isn't a primary residence, so this exclude investment properties. Also, what the problem about investment properties, a lot of properties are investment that are on these arms. So what you're going to see here is you have the initial principal owner not making his payments. You have renters that are eventually going to be in a house that's on its way to foreclosure. So these factors, or these items being said, I'm going to highlight an important fact. The forecasters they're forecasting that 2 million subprime arms are expected to reset through 2009. Out of those 2 million subprime arms, only 240,000 of those would be covered by the freeze or by the plan per se. So I don't think it's going to fix the immediate problem. I think it's a step in the right direction. But once you really dig deep into it and you get it with economists and forecasters, you're going to see that it's going to be a very debatable, long, it's going to be a long time before they find the right solution. But I think it's a step in the right direction.
Sounds like very few can even qualify for this plan.
Yeah, I haven't got into the details of the qualifying, but it is. I mean, it's going to be credit driven. There's going to be, you can't be late on your mortgage at the time that you're doing the refinance. And that's half the problem right there. Everyone's already late on their mortgages. So